Hi guys, it's Christy. Welcome back to Littles and Loving It. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this beautiful fall foliage encapsulated nail. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is pretty much what you'll need. I did 4 of the nails painted in that really pretty olive color. And as far as the accent nail, you'll need your fall foliage. I got this from Amazon. Honestly, I cannot remember how much I paid for it, but I chose a leaf and 2 flowers. And then also you'll need gel. I use gel, but I know some people use acrylic. And then you'll need a brush and a lamp if you're using gel. And you'll need glue. So for this part, for me, I find it easiest to glue the fall foliage down and then put the gel on top. Now I know some people like to put the gel, a thin layer of gel on the nail and then put whatever they're encapsulating on and then cure it. I don't like that. I think that it leaves the nail too lumpy basically, and you have to do a lot of filing, and I find when I do it like that, I end up filing off part of whatever I'm encapsulating. So instead I just take some glue. I'm using KDS glue, but you can use super glue or whatever you have. Well, not whatever you have. It needs to be like a super glue of some sort. And I'm just placing the foliage where I want it to be, and I'm just gluing it down. And you want to try to make everything as flat as possible, because that's going to eliminate you having to put a bunch of layers of the gel, and kind of it's going to prevent you from having to make the nail thick. And then all those little pieces that, anything that sticks up or sticks out, I just take my cuticle nippers and I clip it off. And it doesn't look like much right now, you guys, but nails is a process, okay? So for this first layer of gel, I use a thin layer and I just swipe it right across the nail. I try to make sure I'm covering all parts of the nail as I'm swiping it across, or swiping it down the nail, I should say. And then I cure this for 90 seconds. Okay, now for my second layer here, I'm gonna be trying to fill in any gaps or uneven spaces. When I take the brush and I move it side to side like that, I'm filling in gaps. And also, you guys, if you use gel, this is a great way to help build your apex. I believe it's called the apex, which is the bottom 1/3 of the nail. When you hold it upside down, the gel kind of pulls downward, creating that apex for you. And again, I'm just trying to fill in any holes, and I cured this for 90 seconds as well. Okay, now for the third and final layer, I did use a big ball, excuse me guys, of gel. And if you guys can kind of tell how I'm moving my brush almost in a circular motion, and I'm not pressing hard into the gel. I'm just lightly moving my brush in a circular motion as I bring the gel downwards towards the tip of the nail, filling in any gaps, and then again turning the nail upside down to help create that apex. And this last layer I cured for 3 minutes. Now you don't have to. I'm just extra. It makes me feel better to know that I've cured the last layer for 3 minutes. Alright, so now that everything is cured, you'll need to wipe off the sticky layer. Now, I did use nail polish remover. I prefer alcohol. I just didn't have any on this day. But alcohol, you can use nail polish remover, but alcohol to me just works better. I had a little bit of a time getting off all of the sticky layer from this nail. Alright guys, and the most important part to this, I would say, is the filing. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but the nail is a long stiletto shaped nail. And in the process of putting the gel onto the nail, it did lose its shape. So we're going to be, I filed a lot to get the shape back to where I wanted it. So yeah, this was actually the longest part of the process. And I'm sorry I'm not in the camera, but I'm going to pull it over. There you go. But the first thing when I filed is I tried to make sure the top was smooth. And then I want to make sure, you want the, how do I explain this? You want the edges of the nail to curve down. You don't want that, you don't want it to look like it kind of just drops off, if I'm making sense. So with me taking the file on the side and rolling it upward, it's going to make it like a nice C curve, basically, right at the top of the nail. And then I'm just thinning it out. You guys, again, this took a lot of filing. And then after I file, I didn't record this part, but I buffed out the nail and I just put a top coat on, and that was it. I did put the nail on my finger a couple of times. It was pretty thick. I wanted to get a better look at what it looks like. So you saw me do that, and I did it a couple times. It gives me a feel of what the nail actually looks like when it's on. You see how the shape is kind of coming together? And this was the final result, you guys. The top nail, I actually ended up going back and filing some more because I just wanted to tighten that shape up a little bit. But the bottom nail was absolutely perfect. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will hit y'all back later. Deuces.